Hello and welcome back to Not My Bag. It's New Year's Eve, and I thought who better to see in the new year than the icon, the legend. It's Emma from Big Brother. Yeah! Welcome, and you're in the iconic dress as well.
Of course I am.
The dress that made everyone tag me and say, is your mum going into Big Brother?
I know. So this is the one I wore on the VT.
You look gorgeous.
I had a few little outfits, but I think like they chose this one because they thought, yeah, let's just get a look in a bit.
You do. It's giving like mob wife. Do you know what I mean? You look unreal.
I'm normally in a dressing gown, really. I can't lie.
I mean, we've seen you on Big Brother, so.
Well, exactly. I keep forgetting about that. You've seen me when I've just woke up in the morning.
I know. You still look great, though. You still look great. How have things been since leaving the house for you?
Do you know what? It's been mental.
Has it?
Yeah. Like getting stopped on the streets for pictures and things like that. Like, honestly, it's really, really odd because I am just like a normal person.
Yeah.
Went on the show, did the show, the whole time in the house thinking, what are people making of me? And I kept thinking, because I was the older one, I kept thinking, I'll be out the door next week.
No, everyone loved you. And I had even the people from ITV messaging me at the start being like, you're going to love Emma. She's such a hun. She's
Really?
like, yeah. Everyone was like, and at the end on Big Brother Late and Live, everyone was saying that they wanted you to win, didn't they? When they were opening up the envelopes.
Yeah.
And it was every single person on that panel was like, Emma to win, Emma to win.
I haven't seen all of those yet. I've watched the whole show back, like the proper show. Yeah.
Have you?
I haven't watched the Late and Lives. Yeah, well, because I can't sleep at night.
What? This was my next question. How's the jet lag? Because I've heard it's awful.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
But Joe, honestly, I'm up 4, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I just can't sleep. It's literally.
But is it nicer to not have 10 fast sticks in the back?
It is nice. Do you know what is nice? Waking up and letting my eyes adjust rather than just those lights, because the lights in that bedroom, honestly,
I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
That was so hard.
Did you have to just get straight up when that happened? Like when the lights come on and the noise?
Literally, when the lights were on, that was it. You need to get up.
I wanted to touch on pre-Big Brother very quickly, because when you went in, there was a lot of articles that, you know, they do the profiles of people, like this is a bit of background on the contestants.
Yeah.
And it said you were a boxer.
Oh, God.
Were you a boxer?
No.
Okay.
That was the newspaper's view of it. So what happened was, because I'm a single mum, back then my kids were young, so I've got 2 boys and a girl. So I'm a very girly girl. Like everything in the house was pink and, you know, and like dad wasn't around. And I thought, you know what, I need to probably put a little bit of man into the boys. So I thought I'll take them boxing.
Right.
So, because, you know, like you see, don't you, dads with their sons play fighting and all that. And obviously I weren't going to do that because I'd break a nail.
But you were like, I need to roughen them up.
Yeah, they need to know how to have a little fight if that
exactly.
You know, because boys are like that, aren't
they?
So
not me.
I thought...
But carry on.
I thought, I'll get him into boxing. So I took him to this real spit and sawdust gym in Manchester. And the owner's at it. Do you know what, Emma, we could do with you in the gym? Get some more girls in here, like do boxercise classes and all that. So I was like, all right, okay. I didn't have a shilling at the time, so I thought anything to earn a few quid.
Yeah.
So he sent me on a boxercise course, which I did, and I passed. And then the next thing, he said, I've got you a fight. I went, you what? You what? He went, yeah, so-and-so. Anyway, some boxer, professional. He went, yeah, it's just for charity. So we'll do it in the Midland in Manchester. I went, will we? He went, yeah, no, you'll be fine. I'll tell her, don't go too hard on you. Anyway, I looked at her. She would have beat the shit out of me. So I said, no.
So you didn't do it in the end?
No, I did. I bleeding hell do it.
Would you do a Misfits fight now? Do you know what they are?
Misfits?
Yeah.
Well,
like
sounds a bit of me, that, doesn't it? What's that?
It's like the boxing matches that they have with the YouTubers and all that.
Oh, I'd have a go at that.
Would you?
I might be 53, but I can still pack a punch.
Who from the house would you fight?
Probably Thomas. Or is that cheating? He'd probably still kill me with one hand.
I bet he would as well.
Yeah,
I bet he would.
Definitely won't fight Shagan. Have you seen him? He's built like a brick shit house.
And you've done some acting as well.
I have.
I've seen did someone leak your show reels, or were they online for anyone to see? Because I've seen you acting all, not the hands up behind the cameras. I've seen loads of you acting on TikTok.
I know everybody seems to love me running about with my pram full of shoplifted goods.
I think it's been great.
Well, there was a thing when I came out. It was like I saw like a few comments about she shouldn't have been on Big Brother. She should be on Celebrity Big Brother. What? Because I said 3 fucking words.
I know,
on
I saw some of those
Coronation
comments,
Street.
you know.
If I'd have been on Celebrity Big Brother, they'd have been going, "Why is she on Celebrity Big Brother? She only had 3 words in You can't win."
Yeah.
So television wise, I've not done a great deal.
Would you after this?
I'd love to, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think being on a reality TV show is always a good thing if you want to act.
Oh, okay, fine.
And I get it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I would love to. I love acting. And I
Yeah.
will continue to act. I've done mostly stage.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, lots and lots of theatre, a lot of comedy I've done.
Oh, I love that.
We never earn any money out of it. We'd be lucky if we get a Mars bar at the end.
You could play Lisa Baggs in
I
our
can,
upcoming
yeah.
biopics. So I wanted to get some goss from the house, right?
Go on then.
And I knew you were the best person to ask.
Oh, yeah.
So you've watched it back,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So are there a lot of moments that surprised you, things that weren't aired? Because obviously we get an hour snippet of the day.
Yeah.
And there's probably so much going on. So what did you think of the edit, like watching it back?
I think, do you know what? I do think they did a good job. But there were like quite a lot of things that weren't shown. But that's to be expected.
Yeah, of
like
course.
you say, they can't show every single thing in a 24-hour period. But certain little things that weren't shown, I think, changed the narrative of things
Right,
as to
okay.
how they actually happened.
Right.
Like, I got quite a lot of, I wouldn't say hate, that's a strong word, but quite a lot of people were like commenting, why is Emma shit stirring with Hannah and Shagan?
Right.
Like, why is she
Oh,
always
towards
sticking
the end.
towards the
yeah,
end?
yeah.
So
I
what-
was on your side with all of that, by the way.
Yeah, like-
because you weren't doing anything wrong. You were just reporting back of what you'd seen. Which,
But the thing is, I wouldn't have done that off my own bat. So me and Hannah got called into the diary room. My big brother's like, today you two are going to be beauty therapists.
Okay, yeah.
So we're like, oh, I thought we'd have like a little costume. But we didn't.
Thought we'd have a costume, but we
I
didn't.
thought, let's have a little costume. There was no costume. I now think that's because they wanted it to look more like we were just doing it rather than being told to do it.
Okay, fine.
So
for the clips.
I was told to, we were supposed to sort of have deep chats with people and find out what's what. I was told I had to do Marcello and Shagan, and Hannah was Nathan and Ali, I think.
Okay.
So before we went in to do like the treatments on them, Big Brother gave us laminated cards with actual questions that we had to ask.
Oh.
So the questions for me to Shagan was like, what do you think the homegirls meant by their message?
Oh, it's giving podcast,
I
isn't
know.
it?
How do you feel about Hannah? How do you think Hannah feels about you? Would you go there if you
Oh.
could? So
I did think your line of questioning was very like a journalist in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have been my questions. I'd have just been like, what do you use on your skin? It's very silky. So I had to like ask him all those questions. And then afterwards, we got shouted back to the diary room again. And Big Brother's like, right, you need to go up to the mezzanine now and debrief and tell each other exactly what you found. So to the viewing public, it looked like I was just going in there like to Shagan. So do you want a lipser or what? Or, you know, and then going back to Hannah and going, well, he said blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we were told to do that. So
But I don't think, from my perspective, that came across very bad for you. You know what I mean?
I don't think it was. I didn't kill
think
anyone.
So. I
did
think
Joe?
it backfired more on Shagan, to be honest with you, in that
Yeah.
moment. And obviously, then it was really frosty, wasn't it? After the final, and I would not have wanted to been in those stands
I
with
know.
Shagan and
I
Hannah.
felt a bit sorry for Shagan.
I
and
felt
Hannah.
like there was a lot of moments where I thought, oh, I probably wouldn't have done this on live TV. Do you know what I mean? He looked a bit like a deer in headlights, and I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
But no, that wasn't you. So who do you think you've left closest with, or who did you gravitate the most to in the house? Because you're quite the mother figure in there as well. So a lot of people came to you constantly, didn't they?
Yeah. I was the giver of hugs in the house.
Yeah.
But then although I am a mum of 3 and I am 53 and, motherly and all that, I don't want to be your mum.
I did
Do you know
think
what I mean?
when I saw your
just want to wear and have
VT,
a bit of a giggle.
yeah, I saw your VT and I thought you weren't going in there wanting that
Didn't
rub.
have my apron on, did I?
Yeah.
In the house
And you weren't like pottering about and, like
No.
checking up on people. You were quite an independent person there. The thing that did surprise me was I thought you were going to be way more fiery from your VT.
Yeah.
Do you think that you were just a bit like everyone's, a lot of people were in their 20s and very argumentative and getting rolled up? Were you just like, I don't want to get involved?
Do you know what? And it might sound bad, but I really didn't give a shit.
Yeah. You didn't care enough.
What I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't. Like, my life before going in the house is quite stressful. I've got 3 kids. I'm always trying to pay my bills. There's always something going on in my life. And it's normally pretty like, oh, and people are like, how'd you cope? I'm like, I don't know.
You wanted a break.
So when I went in there and like, they're arguing over a bit of chicken or I can't be arsed with all that. Crack on with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to have a giggle.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really that bothered. And I was quite fiery, but I do drop a lot of C-bombs. A lot of C-bombs were being dropped. So I think for that reason, I might not have had as much airtime.
Right, okay.
Because I wasn't being very sort of
I still
PG.
think you got a good amount of airtime. When there was a lot of arguments, there was only a couple times that you chimed in. So that's why I thought there must have been a reason for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're throwing around the C-bomb, then that does make sense, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, quite a lot of C-bombs. But I normally say my C-bombs with humour.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so
Not
do
with
we.
aggression.
Oh, I call my mum one all the time. Not in a horrible way. We say, I say like, you look C-bomb, like tell her she looks good. I say, you look C-bomb.
Yeah.
So in terms of some goss that we didn't see, were there any big fights in there that happened off camera or continuations of fights that were happening that we didn't see? Because
honestly, Joe, if there was any kind of fight or any bit of bitching, Big Brother got it all.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Because that one towards the end with Marcello and Ali was really bad.
Yeah. Well, there was quite a bit of that wasn't shown.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit pissed off because do you remember when Ali and Dean were heads of house and they had to put everybody in pairs? Yeah. So when it had been like shown to us who was in what pair, Hannah was obviously in with Lily.
Yeah.
So Hannah's like, why have you done that? Why have you put me in with Lily? Because Lily was up for eviction every week, basically. So Hannah's like, you've just paired me up with Lily. Now I'm going to be getting voted. But Dean and Ali both said, we had no idea that we were putting people in pairs and it would have something to do with nominations or evictions. We didn't know why we were putting them in pairs. But on that last night when it was all kicking off, she admitted that she did know that's what it was for.
Right.
So I was a bit annoyed about that because she'd not been straight at the off. But you know what? When you're being asked to do things by Big Brother, you don't want to do it. She wouldn't have wanted to do it.
It's hard to...
I didn't want to do what I had to do. But you've got to do it. It's part of the game.
Yeah,
if you're not going to do it, don't fucking apply to go on the show at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that argument at the end, I think also that it was really hard because we watched that lovely ending bit where everyone got dressed up. And do you know what I mean? It was a really nice vibe. And then all of a sudden...
do you know what? It was a shame.
It just went to shit,
I
didn't
said, like, I wasn't saying who was right, who was wrong or whatever. I just said it was just a shame that it happened on that last night. But then part of me thinks maybe Marcello just wanted to get it off his chest. It was kind of his last moment to say something, but I did feel for Ali on that last night.
It was hard, wasn't it? Because I thought if you retaliate, you lose. So you had to just walk away. But I mean, it was a stressful watch.
The reason I walked away towards the end of that is because just like visually, if say for instance me and you were having a row and you've got your mum and your brother and your dad all sat there watching, I'm going to feel, even though it's only you arguing, I'm going to feel. So I just wanted to come away from it so she didn't feel like she was getting ganged up on.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Do you know what I mean? I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did have something to say and I said my bit, but I didn't want to say it in an argumentative way. I was just like, and for me as well, with the whole Lily thing, people are like, why don't you like Lily? I've never once said I didn't like Lily.
Yeah.
I think she's a nice kid.
Yeah.
I just found her hard to live with at times.
Yeah. And it is, I think that you have to separate a lot of the things with people's personalities and what they're actually like to live with as a person.
Yeah.
So I know that from watching it that we even watched and I was like, even in the bedroom, I thought I would have just, gone crazy.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else that you found not difficult, but in the sense of just like messiness,
Do you know what? Honestly, and I know it's like, it's not very spilling the tea of me, but I liked every single person in the house. All of them.
Yeah.
Including Lily.
We could see that
including Ali, including Martha, because those are the three that people keep saying, oh, did you not like this? And yeah, I do. But liking someone and living with them
are two different things.
Two different things.
They are.
So
100%.
no, I wouldn't want to live with Lily.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to be friends with Lily.
If you could move in with someone right now from the house, flat share, who would it be?
Sarah.
Oh, do you think, is she like good to live with, clean, tidy?
I think Sarah would be a really, like sleeping in the bed. When I first went in there, I thought, I don't want to share a bed with anyone.
Yeah.
But the beds had all gone, hadn't they? Because we were in storage.
Oh, fine, yeah.
So we got out of storage and it was like, well, you get what you're given. And they're like, you're sharing a bed. And I thought, with Sarah. And I just thought, well, at least he's not a man. Do you know what I mean? That wouldn't have been good, or maybe it would have been good. But she was great. Like, she didn't mess about, but we used to call her the Exorcist because she was petrified of when the lights went out. She'd grab my hand.
Oh, really?
And then if she saw anything, she'd be in bed, lay down, and she'd go, and I'd choose to shit myself.
How can you be scared of things moving around in a house full of...
One night, we're in bed. She's like, she sat up. I went, what are you doing? She went, there's someone over there in the wardrobe.
Well, you are...
Well, I know I'm shitting it.
But also, let's be honest, right? You are on a TV set. If you've got to see someone walking around, reality is it's probably a cameraman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
All the mirrors and stuff in there.
Yeah.
But she's nudging me. She's going, look there. And I'm looking and I thought, there is.
Oh, my God.
There is. And I was saying to her, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing. Do you want me to go and check? I'm thinking, please say no. Please. And she went, would you? I thought, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, but...
I went, of course I will. So I've got up, I've walked about halfway between me and this thing. I thought, I'm not going any closer. I went, no, there's nothing there. I said, there's nothing. And she went, I'm going to have to check. So she's got out the bed to check. So I thought, I'll have to go with her. And it was Marcello's coat, but I wrestled it to the ground.
I'm surprised it wasn't Lily, to be fair, the way she was up and down all night.
That was another thing as well that they didn't show. So a lot of people were saying, like, why didn't Emma nominate Lily when she had the chance when I was head of house? And the reason was, for the whole of that week, me and Lily were like that. We were jumping up and down on the beds. Yeah. We was like, she'd stopped the screaming. She was trying to like... She
told us about this as well. She said that there was a week where she thought, if I keep getting nominated, whatever, then I'm just going to like... She said that she tried to like calm it down some weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To try and like... And then she just kept getting nominated. So at the end, she thought, well, fuck it, I'm just going to keep doing it.
But I just thought, do you know what? She's obviously made a real effort to just tone things down a little bit for the likes of me. And you know, there was a few of us in there that were like, when she started screaming, we're kind of going...
Yeah. But I was a big advocate for her on Late and Live, because I did say that from a viewer's perspective, from watching telly, which is different to obviously living there, I thought without her there, like, it would have been boring at points.
If I was a viewer, I would have been voting for Lily.
Yeah.
Because... Number one, you don't hear it the same as when you're living there. Like, you don't appreciate the volume or the pitch of the scream.
Of the shrill.
And how often they were happening. And it was difficult. But from a viewer's perspective, she just looked fun. And when you've got someone who's winding up the other housemates,
it's great.
You're awful. Everyone's here for that.
Yeah.
People want to see people going, oh, it's going to... Because it makes for good telly.
Yeah, of course.
So,
of course. And when you were head of house as well, how did you find that experience? Because it was a really stressful eviction that you had to do as well, wasn't it? I mean, that was such a hard watch with Martha just saying goodbye to everyone through the glass.
Full of grunge and everything.
You had I think you had one of the toughest times in there.
Well, I nominated 6 people.
Yeah.
And then I had to go in and nominate someone else again, which Dean copped for it twice. And that was another thing they didn't show, is when I chose Dean, so originally they'd asked me to nominate 4 people. And I said, well, I don't want to nominate the people that I've already nominated. I think they've already, had their fair share.
Yeah.
There were people that were saved or had already been nominated, and there was only like 2 or 3 people left to choose from. So I thought, I'll choose Dean because no one's going to nominate him. He won't be going out and whatnot, because I thought he'd got a really good support, and people in the house didn't really nominate Dean a lot. So I thought he'll be safe. So that's why I'd put Dean in, and I changed him around with Nathan as well when I could, because I felt a little bit obliged to do that, because I know Nathan would have done that for me if I was in that situation.
You and Nathan had a really close bond, didn't you?
Nathan
Which was super surprising as a viewer, because no one would have called that. Well, like, do you think if you saw him out at a bar or a club beforehand, like, you would have ever have kind of had that connection?
I think I would, on paper, or judging by his VT, if I'd have seen Nathan's VT, I'd have thought, what a dickhead.
Yeah.
I won't be his friend.
Yeah.
How wrong I was.
But I think he changed a lot of people's minds as well. And
the lad's funny. He's got funny bones.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's got a really funny laugh as well. And Kane and I, it will send him over the edge. We will literally, I'll lay in bed and I'll, it's the strangest thing I've ever seen.
It was very odd, isn't it? I used to say to him, shut your mouth, love. You don't look very pretty.
Bless him. It was so funny though.
But yeah, normally, would I be best friends with a 24-year-old lad? No.
Yeah.
But he's not 24, is he? I mean, he is, but he's more like 64, trapped in that body.
Definitely. Old head on young shoulders.
Yeah,
and
I love him to bits.
the relationship with Baked Potato.
Yeah.
There was so much controversy online about whether that was genuine or real. I think particularly from her recoiling a lot.
Yeah. recoiling,
What did you think of that starting out in there? What have you thought of, from them leaving the show? Like, how are they doing with that?
Because, I will tell you unequivocally.
Oh, that was a big word. Word of the day.
Bigger word, bigger than my
Taking that one into 2025.
That romance is genuine.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a chance that is not a real relationship. He absolutely loves the bones of her. She's the same. And I think as far as the recoiling goes, she's just very, very awkward, the girl. She's very geeky and she's very awkward.
Yeah.
And even if I said to her, oh, you look nice today, she'd go, oh, no, stop it. No, I don't. Emma, stop it. So, like, with everything, that is just how she is.
Yeah.
Like, she's just a very awkward girl.
Sure. So the thought of, like, touching a willy on live telly is just crazy then.
Brushing penises and
Brushing
whatnot.
penis on telly.
It wasn't more that she was recoiling from Nathan. It was that she didn't want she didn't want her mum and dad to see her, like, kissing some lad on Big Brother.
It's not Love Island, is it?
No, exactly. So I think that's what she didn't want to show more than she just didn't want to be around Nathan. And as for it being a fake relationship, they kind of had their little chat when they thought they were no longer on mic. So we had a fire alarm, so we all got fucked off across the road.
Oh,
so they thought their mics weren't working. Oh, it was dead good. But they thought they weren't mic'd anymore. So she's at it. Should we go and taste some wine? It's not really the chat up line I'd use, is it you?
Taste some wine?
Should we go to a winery?
I mean, each to their own.
I'd rather sit in my kitchen and down a couple of bottles.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
God.
they're doing all that, like, trying to sort out the relationship while they thought they were off camera. So if it was a showmance, they wouldn't have
waited. Yeah. Okay, I understand.
They've seen loads of each other as well on the out. Like, she's in Scotland at the moment.
Is she?
Yeah.
Because I saw there was a live where it's been like, it went viral on TikTok because they noticed that, like, Ali and Lily and everyone was having a party. And they were like, are you invited to the party? And Ali explained that it was basically a family gathering that went out of hand. But I've seen you've been out. Have you been out with the guys? You were out with Sarah. I saw that. Anyone else?
I've been out with Sarah, Nathan and Rosie.
Okay.
We went and had a meal in Manchester. Someone had very kindly said, like, come and have some food with us.
Good.
And obviously it's in Manchester, so where I live. So I was like, right, I'll have a bit of that. So we went out there. We had the best night. We had such good fun. And then I got invited to Neon Management's Christmas party.
Oh, okay.
At some place in London. I can't.
Jimbo Law.
Jimbo Law.
I know the one. They love it there.
Very swanky.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, surprised they let me in. So we went there, the three of us again, or four of us, sorry, me, Sarah, Nathan and Rosie, brought me mate, me Tracy, and her daughter. And then when we got there, it was Marcello's birthday, so Marcello was there.
Oh, okay.
Khalid was there, and Izaz was there with his friends. So they ended
You've
up
all
quite
caught
a few
up.
of us there.
Yeah.
I've not met up with anyone else. I had a few chats with Dean.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you wouldn't want to stay in touch with?
No.
No.
Yeah. I got on with all of them, but it's like anything, isn't it? You always have your favourites.
Yeah, of course.
And I've got my favourites, but that's not to say that if you're not my favourite, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
mean?
no, I get it 100%.
I just think people out there in social media like to think that there's like a big beef.
Yeah.
There is no beef.
I also think that in school or in your workplace, you get on with everyone.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily going to go for a drink with every single one of them after work.
No.
And I think it's the same with the shows. But I think as a viewer, you like to think that everyone gets on super, super well, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I do get it.
Yeah. No, I didn't have like bad words other than that very last night when me and Ali, when I found out that she did know about the pairings and stuff like that. But it wasn't an argument.
Yeah.
I just said my piece.
Yeah.
You know? And that's another thing. You can, if you're an adult, you can have a little bit of a debate or even a bit of a heated debate with someone.
And still be friends.
Doesn't mean you're not friends at the end.
Yeah.
It just means you've had a bit of a discussion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think there was a time as well when you got involved. I think it's one of the first times I saw you get involved in a heated discussion. Was it with Martha and Hannah?
Yes.
And I think you piped up because you were like, this needs to stop.
I had to.
In like a really amicable, lovely way, but you were like, oh my God, like shut up.
Yeah.
But I think that was nice to see you, do you know what I mean? Like pacify the situations as well.
I think with that, you know, like a lot of things, like I said, I just didn't really care about getting involved in people's things. But for me, that
went on a while, didn't it?
I felt I had to get involved in that because I knew it from both sides of the story, and I could just see Hannah was taking the flak for something that I don't think she should have taken it for.
I think you were the turning point when it went from Hannah as a viewer to you going, wait, I think this is Martha.
Yeah.
And then it just all kind of turned around and we were watching thinking, oh yeah, like Emma's right. That wasn't Hannah.
Yeah.
But Hannah was a great personality in there as well because she was so just says it how it is.
She made me laugh.
She's funny, isn't she?
Yeah.
I just felt bad for her with the Shaggin thing, to be fair. When that last week for her, I think was also hard watching it from home because it was like a relationship that she had in there that she thought was just friendly was being spun. Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is as well, she didn't know, like when she got that message from the homegirls saying like, he's both sides of the same coin.
Yeah, they were like, just watch out for him or something, didn't they? Yeah.
But that was really difficult because she's like, well, what do they mean?
What have they seen as well?
What has he said? What has he done? And then she's obviously going to start questioning everything.
It was hilarious when she brought Ali into the room to mediate like a therapist. I was dying.
Yeah.
She was like, Ali, I need you in there with me.
He shit himself, Shaggin, didn't he? I watched that one back. It was like...
He absolutely shit himself.
Yeah.
Bless him.
And then when I got called in, I thought it felt like I was being called into the headmaster's
When you went in as well, it was given interrogation. You were just sat there like,
when I watched it back, I said to her, well, I asked him this, and he said, I didn't even ask him that, but it's because I can't remember anything.
Also, you panic in situations like that.
Well, because it weren't that important to me. I didn't really like keep it on board. And then when I was watching it back, I thought, no, you didn't ask him that. So it made it look like I was, talking a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't.
You're fine. I didn't even recognise that anyway.
I don't remember details.
Well, speaking of menopause fog, I have someone emerging from it right now to surprise you.
Go on. Who is it?
I would like to bring in my mother, Lisa Bagg.
Yay!
Mum.
Yes.
Welcome to the new Not My Bag set.
Love the set.
You liking it?
I do really like it. It's very me.
Yes, very you.
It's very me.
It's very you. So we've got Emma here because everyone tagged you in the TikTok saying that you were in the Big Brother house.
I did do a TikTok.
You did, didn't you?
I did.
Chatting about Emma. So how does it feel? It's crazy for me. This is like Avengers Assemble.
This is from another mister.
I know.
Two mothers.
And you've got friends in common as well. Tracy behind the camera, which is mad. So you're both big fans of leopard print. So my first question was, are you going to do, because you're gay icon status with a leopard print, by the way. That's what both of you are gay icons.
Always wanted to be a gay icon.
In your own right. Shouldn't you do a pride tour? around the UK?
Oh, you've never taken me to Pride, and you
Shall
know
I
how much I
take
wanna
both
go.
of you? Both my
Oh,
mum?
please.
Come on, I've always wanted. I've always wanted to go. Always.
Should we do it? Should
Yes, we
should we do
should.
the
Manchester.
Manchester?
Well, I think either Manchester or Brighton's meant
Brighton's
to
a
be really
good one.
Brighton's supposed to be really good, but then
I've
you're
done
from
Manchester, yeah, but I've done Manchester today.
Oh, let's do Brighton then.
Should we do Brighton?
It's like you're both exactly the same in my head. This is so wild. Our mum's been in the house
She's
as well.
the one who breastfed you.
Tried.
I didn't.
I did
Thanks for
try, but
clarifying.
it just wasn't working. So because he was too big, when he came out, I went to Terry, that baby grows. That ain't gonna fit him.
Big grief.
He was.
He
was. He was.
You don't want that,
No.
do you?
But I
No,
haven't
nipples
since
like that.
being a baby, just to clarify, because you've been saying some weird stuff already behind camera. And you're both looking great. And I know you're both obviously open about surgery and stuff like that. Have you had any commonalities, obviously boobs and stuff like that?
Tummy.
You've had your boobs reduced, haven't you?
Yeah, I had them really big. Thought it was really fun.
What, implants?
Yeah, when George was 8 months old, I thought, right, I'm not having these fried eggs anymore. I'm going to go for big Katie Price tits. And then I had them for 15 years. Then I walked into the surgeon and I went,
time.
get rid of these right now. So I wanted to go even smaller. So I went from a double G and I'm now a C. Because I just
So did
hated
you have
them.
the implants taken out and smaller ones put in,
Yeah,
or just yours?
yeah. But he went, this time he's gone, I mean, I don't really understand this. He's gone behind the muscle.
Yeah, mine
And
are.
I also had a tummy tuck
Yeah.
twice.
I want one of them.
On my surgeon, I'll give you his number. He's
Oh,
absolutely
no,
amazing.
I want one of them.
He's amazing. He lives down the road from Tracy as well, so it's fine.
I'd like a BBL, but it's not worth dying
I've got
for.
no arse at all. So
No, I haven't.
do you know what?
I've got my arse
I know.
pads
Can you
in.
get me some of them?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
Joe,
that.
I've got
I've
no
never
bum at
seen
all
one.
now.
I've actually worn arse pads in drag before.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah.
I've got
God.
no
They're good.
bum at all since I've
Lisa,
lost weight.
look at that.
I know you do. That looks amazing.
Look at that.
Firm as well.
It's not
So
mine.
firm.
Yeah, but do you know what happens? My real arse droops
So does
out
mine.
the bottom
So does
of
mine.
them.
So does mine. You saw when we went to
It's not a
Ibiza. You
lot.
went, Mum, you need an arse for that swimming costume.
I know, but it's because also you do look amazing and you have lost a lot of weight. And I just said, a couple of chicken fillets up that costume and you'll be good to
I
go.
used to put them in my boobs before I had
Joe.
my boobs done, but
So on Not My Bag now, we've got 3 segments. The vibe check at the start, which is this colour here.
Woo.
Then we have the messy bag, which is dilemmas, which is this here. And then we have the goodie bag, which is...
I love the goodie bags.
Aren't they
Please tell
gorge?
me you're going to start selling those.
I feel like we've already vibe checked with the surgery chat, right?
Right.
But I'll do one question, just a vibe check. I'll just do a quick question. If you could have any procedure done, what would it be? Both of you.
Probably a facelift.
No.
Mini one.
Really?
There's no
Thinking
amount
about
of
that.
filler, and that's going to get rid of that, is it? I mean, my jowls. And
What do you mean?
sat me on this side again, knowing this is my worst side.
I think you look great.
No, I don't. I want to sit like that.
Emma, what about you while Mum's sitting there looking at the wall?
If it was a safe procedure, I'd love a BBL. But not one of
Yeah,
them
I know.
massive
Yeah.
arses.
Because they're like one of the most dangerous
So what
surgeries you
they-
can
can I
get.
ask-
What
So
do they do,
dangerous.
the BBL?
Take fat out of you somewhere else and put it in
Where
your
would
bum.
you take fat out of me from somewhere
Well,
else? Top of
you
my
wouldn't be able
thighs?
to. You would have to. I actually.
Oh, you can get
was
implants
signed,
as well?
I was signed up to get one.
No.
Yeah, and they said I had to put on a stone and a half
Yeah, to take the fat out.
to
Nah.
take the fat out.
Yeah, they
not
do
doing
say
So
that.
I was eating like a fucking pig for weeks and weeks. Put on a load of weight, and then
Didn't end up doing it.
So well, no, there was in that time 2 women had died.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
One of
That's
them,
why
did you
I won't-
see it? She
Yeah,
had
no.
5 children.
No, I mean, but then she went somewhere, they injected, the amount of filler they injected into her was just ridiculous.
But you know-
1,500 milligrams
yeah,
of filler.
ridiculous.
Anna
Yeah, but
and
one in-
Mandy, from Sisters in the City, they've had really bad experiences with BBLs, and they actually came on the pod and said like they would advise everyone not
I
to.
think
not
I
to do
probably
it.
would like lipo on my thighs, but it's gone up
Where?
so... No, you know I don't like my thighs. I've
Would
always
you go
pulled...
Turkey though? Or would you
No,
stay
no,
there?
I'd go to my
Oh,
lovely
she's going to
surgeon
Carver.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
go to
His
Carver.
name.
What a name.
Dr. Carver.
Yeah.
Carver. It's got a Porsche Carver on
Oh,
it.
you wouldn't, would you?
I know, but I tell you what, you go in there and you think, oh, I'm not sure. You walk out and you've booked yourself in for every single procedure. I'm
Yeah.
telling you now
It's-
because
do
he's
you know
so,
what it is?
so
It's the
charismatic.
Does he do
receptionist.
pay?
Because I'd had surgery done before, he said, look, if you come to that hospital, he said, you are like a a client that comes back. What's the word? Like a thing.
Returning
That's
customer,
it,
like a
returning
loyal
customer. And I said,
customer.
can I get buy one, get one free? And he went, you're taking the piss.
What on your boob?
No, on anything. I said, do one leg,
I
get the other
don't.
one
There's
for
a
free.
story, but we can't say it on camera about what you said to you before he put you out.
Why not?
Because it is. Can you get fired for saying that? What did you say? You said something that wasn't entirely appropriate on the doctor's board.
No, but basically, I said to him, when I'm under, can you just check that everything's as it should be, because when you have a tummy tuck, he said to me, your husband's going to love me because I'm going to pull everything up, right?
Okay.
So the first time I went for a wee after my surgery, I weed over the toilet.
Like the Bellagio fountain.
See, I'd like that. I'd like me nun to be pulled up as well.
It's basically like a designer vagina.
A designer vagina. I didn't even really have to pay for it. You just pulled it all up. And
that with the tummy tuck?
Yeah,
so they
and then
pull it up there.
So
and
after
then...
It's just
after he came in, he looked at me and I went, and I was like, oh, is everything all right? And he went, I've got to say, everything down there is looking amazing. It's exactly as it should be. And I was like, get in. Yes.
Literally.
Yeah. Well.
You know?
Well, honestly, he's
not even tea time and she's at it already.
He's such a lovely
New Year's
guy.
Eve.
He's such a lovely guy.
So with the messy bag, oh, I love that. Isn't it so fun?
Oh, what's going on here?
We've got some dilemmas from the viewers.
Okay.
And so I'm going to read out 3, and then I thought, who better to give advice than my 2 mums? So, first one, okay? Please keep this anonymous. I'm a wife and a mum of 2 grown-up kids. My husband likes to watch TV every night and just fall asleep on the sofa. I feel like this one's a bit too close to home. I'm craving some excitement back in my life and have started to develop a friendship with a young PT at my local gym. He offered me a free session, and after we got talking in the gym, I went to the session. As we were leaving, he mentioned he'd like to go for a drink together at some point. Should I go with him or should I stay with my boring husband?
Well, see, that's a little bit of a form of cheating, and it's like, I mean, I'd never do that to Dad. Do you know what I mean? That's a little bit like...
I would say no.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit...
No,
that's not
the
exactly...
drink.
They haven't done anything, but that is like... that's a start of something.
Do you think that she should then go home to her husband and say,
your fucking shit out.
I considered going for a drink with this PT, therefore something might be wrong in our relationship.
I would
do you know
just
what I mean?
be like, do you know what? You going to sleep every night on the sofa is boring the tits off me. So you need to up your game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to start going out and doing my own thing with my own friends. That way, you're kind of saying,
giving him the option.
Yeah.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
Or go for couples counselling.
Because it must be hard having someone falling asleep on the sofa and seeing some...
10 to 5 last night, your father was like that. Yeah. And I just walked downstairs and thought, okay, well, this is my life for the next 30 years. Been with him 32 years. This is it, for, God willing, I'm still here for the next 30 years. And he walks in at 8 o'clock and goes, oh, I fell asleep.
Yeah, sorry. It did say keep this anonymous, and then it was from @LisaBagg 52. So thank you for sending that one in, Lisa.
The only difference is I don't go to the gym, so...
Next one. My nan... Oh, I'm sorry about the language in this one. My 2 mummies. You've had a lot worse from me. My nan walked in on me giving my boyfriend a blowjob when I was cat sitting for her. Normally, we can hear her coming up the stairs. Don't know what that means. She hasn't looked at me since. What can I do to repair the relationship?
I mean, that's this has actually happened to a friend of mine. She walked in on her son.
A friend? Friend?
You know the friend I'm talking about. I can't say.
We can bleep it.
You know.
Who?
You know. I told you this story. She went upstairs and... you know that... No!
Oh.
No. She actually...
Oh.
Oh, don't say it!
Might give us a clue.
Who is
it?
She walked in and he's like this, and the quilt's going up and down, and then he just sort of pushed her head, and she went, "Oh, okay, I'll just come back in a minute." And they didn't speak about it at all.
Well, I do have.
If I ever walked in with you or Danny or
something
George,
did happen. Emma here as witness to hear me say this, to see your reaction. But there was a moment when we grew up where George ran out of your bedroom screaming because Dad was giving you belly kisses.
No, Joe, you walked in on me and Dad. And you stood.
But I was young,
and then you went into the barbers and you told the whole barber shop. You came in.
I've always been a loud shit.
And then you were saying, you were mimicking the noises that were...
Do you remember that?
A little bit like Forrest Gump did.
What do you mean by that?
Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
It was Rain Man, wasn't it?
No,
Rain Man when he sat on the end of the bed going,
that's what you did. And you told everyone in the barbershop.
The belly kisses,
Epping.
though, George was traumatised, and there's no way that he'd be traumatised from just a belly kiss, depending on what you were doing at that point.
Depends how far
I'm
down
not being
your
funny,
belly
but when you've got
hangs,
3
doesn't it?
kids at home, it's like you have to grab it while you can, literally.
Yeah.
So, in this context, she hasn't looked at me since. What do you think she can do to repair the relationship with her nan?
the nan will probably forget about it.
No,
anyway.
I don't think she would, Em. She'd probably be absolutely traumatised the rest of her life.
Yeah, but you know.
I would just have to say, look, I'm sorry that when you came in that it might have looked like, oh my God, I've just thought of something really bad, actually. Can't say it on him. I've been actually caught out more than once. No, I'm not going to, I can't. But basically, I had to then say to the person that walked in the morning, I'm really sorry, but you should have fucking knocked before you walked in. And
So say to Nan, sorry, but you should have knocked.
You should knock next time, otherwise you're going to see me retrieving the belly button fluff out of his belly button again.
Oh my God.
And that could be misconstrued
that's a good
as
one.
something else now.
That is a good one. So gaslight your Nan.
Absolutely. Gaslight the
Emma
shit
says
out of her.
gaslight your Nan.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
The next one, now this one also, apologies for the language.
I love it when he says apologies for language.
he don't
It's
stop
gonna be a
swearing.
good one.
He's potty mouthing.
I met a guy on Hinge and everything's been going super well. We've been dating non-stop for a couple of months, but my one sticking point is that his penis smells. The only way to describe it is mini cheddars. It's quite large. It's quite
my cheeselets, that is.
It's quite large. So could that be the reason for the smell?
No,
Question
there's
mark.
no reason for a stinky penis.
No.
I make him shower every time before. Sorry, the spellings. Every time before, but the smell won't go. How do I bring this up?
Just start retching whenever you get close to it. Just sort of go, and that way, if he doesn't take the hint from that, you know what I mean? Or maybe say, let's have like a little sexy shower together, and then literally get like the green scourer out and start giving it that. Going, oh, look at
What a
that.
loofah.
No, I think you should. I think if that was me, I would say, because you know I'm like, look, I feel like you need to go to the doctors because that isn't normal.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
You know, you need to go to the doctors.
Yeah, because it might be male thrush.
Oh,
I don't think thrush smells though, does it?
Does it not?
no, I
It
don't think,
doesn't smell on a woman anyway.
no.
Well, what? I don't know. What could be
I
the
would
cause
have to
of
just
that?
say, look,
And a build-up of smegma, perhaps.
Oh, sort your son out. would
Sorry. Anyway, so that's the that's
no,
the-
no. Or I would say, have your foreskin chopped off.
you?
Works for
because
me.
That can make it a bit stinky, can't it?
Yeah.
Having, like,
Do you know,
getting
Emma,
bits of
I was-
debris trapped under
I've
that.
been with Terry for 8 months, and then one day I just suddenly went, "Oh my God, I know exactly what it is." He said, "What?" I went, "You haven't got a foreskin." Took me 8 months to realise. 8 months.
She always been this observant.
Yeah. Well, most of the time I was pissed. I just thought, "Oh my God, that's why it's so clean and lovely and wonderful."
Oh,
and
my God. Anyway, moving on from that topic, dilemmas are done. I've got a bit of a game to end off on, right?
Go on then.
So it's hot or not. So you say whether you like it or you don't. For some topics that I'm just going to reel out, and then you both tell me whether they're hot or not. So the first one is Charlie XCX's Brat album. So that was Brat Summer. Do you think that's hot or not?
Oh no, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, so I'd say not. Let's just say not.
Should we just have a drink?
I think we did it. I think we did a
Let's-
tick.
we'll
Did we do a
just say-
TikTok to that?
Yeah, I think we did. Not the whole album, but a song. Yeah.
no
I'm going to
idea.
say not because I don't even know
No,
what
I
it
know.
is. Joe.
Okay. Next one, Ozempic. Hot or not?
Yes.
Hot.
Hot.
Yes.
Oh,
Hot. Hot.
I just
Manjaro.
feel like as a menopausal woman that, as you know, me stopping drinking, no carbs, no takeaways, walking and no eating after 6 worked for me. However, I feel like going through the menopause that the doctor should give it to women of our age because you wake up one day and go, where the fuck did this come from? You just don't
You can't get rid of it
No,
either.
and that's the thing, and you've got no motivation to do anything, and they're giving it to people who are much larger through whatever. Yeah, but they ask people whatever, however state they've got themselves in. I think they should give it to menopausal women.
It is honestly, since becoming 50,
Oh, tell me about
if
it.
I put on a little bit of weight, which I do, you're only little, aren't you? How tall are you?
5'4" and a half.
I'm 5'1.5". Look at her towering over me, lording it over me. But if you put on a few pounds when you're dinky, it shows. Well, not even that many years ago, I could literally go asleep and wake up half a stone lighter. Now it's not shifting. It won't go.
So
yeah, a bit of
we're all
Ozempic.
for it. We're all for
I just
it.
feel like as long as it's done in a safe environment and you're getting it from
Yeah.
somebody proper, then
Yeah.
I think
And
then
it's
if you're
prescribed,
and
it's
as well
not
if
bought
it's
off
going to
the
make
internet.
you happy and it's going to because I know a lot of people that are on it and at the end of the day mentally if it's going to make you feel better then it's nothing to do with anybody else and you go and do it.
Okay.
I just think just know when to stop.
Yeah.
Knowing when to stop.
Because Look at Sharon Osbourne.
Oh,
That's apparently
God.
Ozempic.
It is.
That lady's
And she
weight
took
And I
so
love
much,
her.
apparently, that she then couldn't get her appetite back
she
after
can't get
coming
it
off
back.
it.
So I think, there's always that
But there's so
degree
many,
of...
don't you think, so many American stars now, when you look at them, and I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
And I'm not saying they're on it, but it's just like...
It's changing a lot of people's face shapes as well for the weight
It
loss.
does, because it's like, it's when you lose it that quickly... You know, I mean, it took me 4 months to lose 1.5 stones because I completely stopped drinking wine.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing, weren't it, Jo? I mean, come on, I was
That's what people
awful.
forget about as well when they're doing the Ozempic. They're like, I've literally had like 3 less leaves in 2 days and I'm still not losing weight, but you've had 3 bottles of
Yeah,
wine.
it was the alcohol
Yeah.
for me.
You know what I mean?
Yes, Karen.
It was
Just
the
stop
alcohol, and that's why I just stopped, because I just thought, I can't.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is leopard print. Hot or not?
Hot.
Hot.
So hot right now.
I literally, specifically today, I was like, we all must be in leopard print.
Do you know what? It never goes out of fashion, don't you think?
It's
never.
really come back. I've never been a big fan of like animal prints,
I love
to be
it.
honest.
I love it. Snake
You
print as
really
well.
rock it though.
But yeah, now
really
I've seen
do.
my VT because I'd not seen it since I come out. I thought actually look quite nice.
No, I love
Yeah.
leopard print, especially on an older lady like you and I.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it
it's-
hides a multitude. Like if you've
Yeah.
got a few lumps and bumps, it's like it's just under your spots. No one can see. Can't see, can you?
Next one I got is plastic surgery, but I mean, I guess we're all
100%.
tooting that one.
It's going to make you feel
hot.
better, have it. Have
That's
it.
hot. Crocs, hot or not?
Do you know what? I think they are pretty ugly. I broke my foot a couple of years ago and it was massive. It was so swollen, and I got a pair of Yeezys off Ego. Obviously, I didn't pay like that.
Ah, well, no, yeah.
So I got a pair of those and I thought, I can't be getting about in these. But I had to. It was
Yeah,
going
and I
away.
bet they're really
Yeah.
comfy.
So many people were like, oh my God, I love your shoes. And I was like, I know, they're really cool, aren't they? So it kind of made me feel like better. But then when
Yeah.
I'm working, when I'm back doing the aesthetics, I've got my scrubs. That's what
Yeah,
I've
I
got
know.
on.
Do you know what
My Crocs.
everyone
Love
I know
that.
Crocs
wears?
with socks.
Yes, what Dad wears.
I like a croc with sock moment.
They're so comfy.
Have you tried the ones with the fur inside?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God,
Get
they
them
are
I need
for
to get
winter.
some.
They are nice.
Kane
They are
actually
really
asked me
nice.
to be his boyfriend via Crocs. He wrote, "Will you be my boyfriend?" in the Croc gems.
He could write it anywhere for me. The answer would have been yes. You've seen him. And
There
he's
seems-
gorgeous.
I know he's cool. He's very handsome. Have you seen his mum? His mum's absolutely stunning.
Oh, I don't want to see her.
Next one, Nathan's feet.
Ooh, don't
Hot
talk
or
about
not?
feet.
I'm going to say hot, and I'll tell you for why. Look at his face.
I don't like feet. Don't even
Well,
ask me.
no,
this.
I don't like feet, and they're big bastards. Have you seen the size?
What size
of them?
are they?
13.
Oh no! Does that mean he's got a really big willy?
Wow, you know what they say, don't you?
Did you not look?
No, I didn't. But
Oh.
apparently, Sarah had a quick. She saw it, and she nicknamed it the cock nest monster. So I believe it's
What,
quite
Nathan?
good. Yeah,
Stop it!
and Rosie looks quite afraid sometimes, so maybe that's why. Maybe she's scared of the penis.
Oh, my
my
good
God.
God!
But with Nathan's feet, they are big and they're fucking ugly, but they're very, very clean.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
good.
They're spotlessly
You can't have all
clean.
that dry skin, and I'll have to get. a
No,
little...
they're spotlessly clean. So I'd rather have great, big, ugly, clean feet than little sweaty, dirty ones.
I do agree with you.
Do you know
Kane
what I
says that the
mean?
back of mine feel like a cheese grater on my heels.
Oh, right, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, a foot care thing from Boots.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
please.
a teddy egg.
This year's Big Brother house, in terms of aesthetics of the house, the way it was decorated and stuff,
Hot.
hot. It was hot, wasn't it?
Hot.
I've copied the chairs on the
Very
dining table.
psychedelic though. I just don't know how you actually. I mean, for me, it was so. When we went in there, I was like, "Oh,
Well, you're
my-
Miss Beige.
It's very
It's not, I'm not Miss
overwhelming.
Beige, but it's just very bright. And you know, like when you're in a
Yeah.
room,
I like a bit of colour.
Yeah,
It
but-
was, do you know, like there was all the talk about neurodivergent and all that, and I've had a little read up on that because I actually didn't know what that meant. Like I was learning a lot in that house, and honestly, I think that house, if you've got any neurodivergent
Like, well, yeah, behaviours and whatever.
behaviors,
Yeah.
that house will bring it
It's
out.
so overstimulating.
When I walked
yeah,
in
yeah.
there, I was just
The
much as it was
screams and the
nice,
colours
Did they
and
not-
yeah.
Is that not? Is that? Would that not stimulate them more? Or would it
No,
be?
basically, like if a lot of people, like you can get overstimulated by sounds, colours, lights, whatever. So
Right.
naturally, going into a set where you've got loads of light, loads of cameras, loads of new personalities, whatever. Anyone that isn't neurodivergent would probably go in and be like, "Whoa,
I
this
think
is a lot."
anyone,
Yeah.
full stop.
Yeah,
would
exactly.
be
Well, yeah, it's overstimulating.
overstimulating
Like
because
coming
I was
out.
overstimulated.
I would be.
But coming out on that stage, every single part, like I could, that's the one thing that terrifies me, like watching
That's
it.
what I was
Really?
scared
Like,
of.
Mum,
going on the stage.
you're in there.
Yeah, but we did our little thing where we
No,
came out,
but
and there was.
coming out of a house where you've only been around the same people
Oh,
for
no, I get that,
weeks
I
and
get
weeks and
that.
weeks to then a crowd of like hundreds of people screaming at you. It
And
must
you
be.
don't know
Did you get
how
any
you're
hate? Sorry, I'm
received.
just diving.
No, you're
Did you get
okay.
any hate when you come? Did you have any banners that were horrible or whatever?
I didn't see any, but I am blind as a bat. Do you know what I mean? I would have had to have had my glasses on. But honestly,
I feel like you're really well received.
across the board, I've had so much love and
good,
support.
good.
And the
'Cause
hate
it's
that I have got, it's not really very hateful.
Listen, let them behind the keyboards.
Yeah, you just get the odd
Yeah, just
random
leave
little
them.
thing.
Yeah,
And
just
I'm
Ignore
not-
them. Don't reply. Don't ever reply.
No,
Don't give them the satisfaction.
no.
And vapes, hot or not.
Oh,
And on that note, guys,
Sorry.
it's on to the final segment, which is the goodie bag.
Ooh.
So if you'd like to close your eyes, I've got some gifts for you both.
Oh, I love this bit.
Unless it's Jason Momoa in a bag with just a thong on, I don't want it.
I'll have Jason Statham while we're on Jason.
Oh, do you like Jason? I want a man with hair. I've been with the bald man for 33 years.
Oh,
so
I have.
I need something to grab hold of.
Oh.
So,
Do you know what? My elbows are resting on my boobs. They're freezing. Do your implants go dead cold, Lisa?
Everything goes very
These are
cold
like
for me.
fucking ice packs.
My hands go
close
really-
your eyes,
Sorry.
Mum.
Not
If
looking.
you'd like to open your eyes.
Oh, me?
Yeah, both of you. Emma, I've got you a leopard print hot water bottle. And well, I got you both of these because of how awful the British weather is right now.
my
and
God.
a leopard print umbrella. And Mum,
you.
I've got you a relic from the previous set. This is the Jason Momoa
You mean
picture.
you stole that from the set and that's my gift? When Emma's got a leopard print hot water bottle, I'm sorry. Give me.
Look at him. Oh, you would, wouldn't you, Lee?
Oh, I would.
I would.
I would.
I would a few times.
And on that note, thank you both so much.
Excuse me,
Emma,
Where's my French bulldog?
it's at the side. I'll be giving that to you afterwards.
You got a French bulldog?
No, no,
Let's have a little rub of him. Are you cocker?
Are you cocker?
Hey, Lisa, you were looking at me then.
Emma, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks
It's
for
been
having
so
me.
lovely to meet you and have you on. I've honestly, from the moment I saw your VT, I was like, she's coming on the podcast with Mum. So I'm so glad we made it happen.
I'm
Mum,
so glad.
thank you.
Sorry, I'm just
Thank you for divulging every dark family secret and
I'm just pretending that he's right in front of me right
stroking
now.
Jason. Guys at home, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone!
New Year. Thank you for still watching Not My Bag.
New Year's Eve.
Stay safe tonight.
Yeah.
Don't do anything that these two wouldn't do,
Oh.
which is pretty much everything. And we will see you in the new year. Lots of love. Bye-bye.